is the beginning of the Women's World Cup. What do you know about women's soccer?
Honestly, I know Alex Morgan, and that's about it. To be perfectly real with you, I did watch the last Women's World Cup, at least a little bit of it. Not every game. I do remember the crazy beatdown against Thailand. Uh,
Yeah,
I think Alex Morgan had like five
five
goals and three
goals.
assists,
Yeah,
something crazy like that. So
yeah. Time to learn Thai, buddy.
yeah,
We're both gonna watch at least all of the women's games this year because they cannot possibly disappoint us how the men's team just did in the Gold Cup.
And when women's football is exploding everywhere, stadium attendances are being smashed.
They have 77,000 for the FA Cup final. That's crazy.
wow, that's crazy.
Viewing figures have who are the players to watch, what drama has dominated the build-up, and can England
These
show
aren't women.
That's what I was about to say. They couldn't put a couple women in this line.
Got Vinny and
Have a look.
Yeah, Benny and Mbappe, Pets back there.
Saka.
Victor, yeah, I was just about to say Victor's over there.
This will be the
Let's see it.
10th edition of the Cup and the first
10th
in
one.
Oceania. It will also be the first to feature 32 teams after FIFA voted to expand the tournament. In history, Zambia have become the first landlocked country in Africa to qualify for a World Cup for EVX.
Yeah,
It's
shout
not
out
just a
Zambia.
competition that's big.
That's crazy.
The total prize pool is up to $110 million, $80 million higher than in France, while ticket pre-sales have already
Wow.
sold over 1 million, the most
Hell
in
yeah.
the tournament. Australia and New Zealand 2023 is on track to become the most attended Women's World Cup in history, gloated FIFA boss Gianni Infantino. Infantino wants the action to reach 2 billion eyes worldwide, nearly double the record viewing from France.
I think
Citing
that's
huge
very
interest
achievable.
in the event, FIFA decided that bidding rights would be separate from the men's tournament, whereas before they came in a package.
Interesting.
This fed Germany, Spain, and Italy as an insult to women worldwide.
Damn.
Reported that the initial Italian bid was just €300,000.
What? I'm sorry. There's no way that makes sense. 300,000 to broadcast a woman any major tournament seems crazy to me. I wonder how much does go for. But I'm sure that the men's World Cup is probably 100 times that, like 300 million, right? That seems wild.
Compared to the €106 million paid out for the men's, and
Yeah.
that the initial BBC ITV bid was just 8% of what they paid for Qatar, proved, citing a moral and legal obligation to demand more money. The issue has since been resolved, however.
That is one of those things where people are always talking about, oh, well, women's sports in general gets this, but like, oh, they need to this much, this much, this much. It's like, well, but also the people who are in charge need to say, no, you are not giving us enough money more often, I that's pretty cool that FIFA's actually making a drive in that regard.
And former FIFA Council member Maya Dodd called out the organisation for hypocrisy, saying FIFA should review its bundled deals and attribute a fair proportion back to the women's game instead of blackmailing broadcasters.
But they're ending the bundling rights. I don't understand these quotes. I need context on these. I would need a source, honestly, because this doesn't make sense.
I don't know much about the whole bundling or whatever. To be
Well,
honest,
he said
with you.
they're set. They had previously bundled media and cup bids together, but now,
Right.
this year they're changing that. But these both seem like comments on the bundling.
Maybe it's from past years, 2019. Maybe
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know.
This seems like weird quotes to include.
Arguably, no side has suffered more than England, who head to Australia without Beth
England trying to be the victim already.
Mead, Fran Kirby, and their captain
Oh,
Neil
man.
Williamson. Castling figures have revealed that females are up to 6 times more likely to suffer a non-contact ACL injury than men due to
I wonder why. That seems like that's crazy high.
That's a lot. That's
I
a
mean-
lot of ACL injuries, and obviously, like us watching American football as we do, we're
Yeah.
used to that injury, but mostly as like you literally get tackled in the knee, so it kind of makes sense.
But I mean, it's like he said too. Like they're non-contact injuries, which when you're watching American football and you see a guy go down to the ground and no one touched him, that's always when you're like, oh no,
that's when it's like a gas kind of moment,
Yeah, it's like, oh god, like something horrible has happened. Anyway,
right?
have I ever told you about the Sean Sweezum injury? Well, I'm not allowed to
No.
bring it up. So, it was the Hall of Fame game, which God bless that no longer exists. But it was one of the last years that they did it, and the field was god awful. Like you could tell, like you could see dirt coming out of it just from this is the opening kickoff. And my mom goes, "Why is Sean Sweetsum doing the opening kickoff? It's preseason." I'm like, "Mom, it's a kickoff. He can't get hurt in kickoff. He tore his ACL and never played football again." And
That
so
is crazy.
I tell my mom all the time that she's the reason that that Sean Sweetsum got injured. She hates when I mention it.
Almost every major manufacturer has developed woman-specific boots for the tournament in hope it will drive the injury rate down. Fortunately, there will still be plenty of huge stars in action. However, La Roja arrive at the tournament just 9 months on from a reported mutiny against their coach Jorge Vilda. Although Vilda or the bookies' favourites, USA head down under with a team stacked with talent. The iconic Megan Rapinoe is set for one last dance for the Stars at Stripes at Gate. However, all eyes
she's just coming off the bench though. I watched an interview with her. She's not expected to play more than 30 in a game.
Makes sense.
Unless they're
old.
Unless they're up 7-0, that she'll probably play. But we'll see.
On the defending champion superstar Alex Morgan.
Let's go, my girl.
Remarkable record of 121 goals and over 2 caps. Morgan will be key to the USA, landing their 5th World. Or will get the chance to meet the footballing icon Marta in Australia, who has recovered from her own ACL injury to travel with Brazil. It will be the 37-year-old's 6th appearance at the Cup, but sadly her last. Nigeria and Barcelona.
6 appearances is crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah, I guess her and Megan, they probably got beef. They've been playing against each other in international competitions for 17 years. That's crazy.
That's a long time.
Or no, wait, they said 6th appearance, so 24 years?
That's absolutely insane.
To be nominated for. Then there's Ada Hegerberg, who is back at the World Cup following the end of her 5-year self-imposed exile from international football last summer. The Lyon forward and all-time Champions League top scorer claimed treatment of the women's game by Norway's Football Federation had left her mentally broken. But her return is a massive boost for the time. People are talking about the Matildas and what we did. And this leads to England, the European champion.
I only know that the Australians are called Matildas because of Beta Squad video.
I would have never known what the hell Matilda is.
There's some like nursery rhyme that's like something Matilda.
Tournaments. Chloe Kelly and Laura Hemp are likely to fight along with Chelsea winger Lauren.
I think this guy's English. We've been talking about England for 20 minutes. When's the last time they won anything?
Guessing the women is still spoiled for choice in attack. New Arsenal signing
at least talk about somebody who has a chance.
Her country and just netted 13 times across the final season. But
round of 16 moment
means her starting berth is far from secure. First up is Tottenham's Bethany England, who broke the British transfer record.
We're still talking about England.
Spurs for £250,000 during the Euros, but has made a stunning transition to centre forward over the past year at.
Makes me think of James Harrison, the medicine ball volleyball.
And could see her leading the line down under. England have plenty of firepower and will feel confident they can exit a group featuring Haiti, China and Denmark. They may have fallen at the...
Spoiler alert, they will not.
So that was our complete guide to the Women's World Cup in Australia.
That was our complete guide to every player on the women's national team in fucking England is what that was. But anyway, I am actually excited for it. I will never root for England in anything, period, because I'm an American, and that's what we do. All right? This Women's World Cup is just going to be a good reminder that it's called soccer. All right? Any final thoughts for you, Calvin?
I mean, hopefully the USA can get a three-peat. That would be pretty damn crazy.
I'm looking forward to it. So like the video if you liked it. Go ahead and subscribe if you guys want to see more. And leave down in the comments, what are you looking forward to in this Women's World Cup?
Peace out, y'all.